record.
I love it. Yes.
Let me zoom in. All right, here goes. Am I ready? Yeah. Okay, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
Was it a good idea, putting our trust into that man?
Mm-hmm.
The one who defeated Komada the Guardian. It could have been.
Yes, I'm almost sure he did it.
Toby!
This is the morning stream. Bonsai!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for September 4th, 2019. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello, Scott. How are you on this fine Wednesday
I'm all right.
morning?
I'm all right. It's hump day. It's the day we all get to hump. Let's do it.
Yep.
Humpty hump, humpty hump, and singing the rap and putting the gold nose on. I'm ready for it. Anyway, yeah, no, it's good. It's middle of the week. I feel like Wednesdays are one of my worst days in terms of like total amount of things I got to do. But
Yeah.
I'm resigned to do it. I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just make it
Wednesdays are what they are, you know. We're not going to get away from it.
Yeah.
It's what they've become.
You can't avoid it, is my experience.
Yeah, you can't stop the Wednesday signal.
No, it's just going to keep coming until you can't stand it anymore. Speaking of things we can't stand anymore, let's talk about Popeyes. All right? Popeyes.
Yes. Boy, with a lot of discussion about Popeyes yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
About the depleted spicy chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And the shooting people or brandishing guns at the Houston location.
Right. Gunpoint, demanding more sandwiches at gunpoint.
Well, we got a follow-up. We actually threw out the request and found somebody. We got a follow-up from a employee of Popeyes. They've asked to be anonymous here, which is kind of funny because they say nothing but nice things here. But anyway, they'd like their name kept out of it, so I will honor that. It says, please keep this anonymous. I work at Popeyes. We're all out of the sauce. We're all out of the sandwich pickles, the buns, the boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and the marinade for the chicken. So they're out of all of those things. Not just out of one of those things. They're out of all of them. And they also said this, and the good correction for the record. We do not ever use frozen or pre-cooked chicken at Popeyes. We trim the breasts to get rid of excess fat and then marinate them overnight and then bread them and fry them all by hand, which might be why that chicken sandwich is so freaking good. I don't know.
It must be. By the way, you were very good about reading this and not doing it in the voice of the person who sent it. I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now.
Go for it.
Please keep this anonymous. I work there. We're all out of the sauce, the sandwich pickles. Gladly pay you Tuesday for a bun today.
I didn't know you had a Popeye out at the ready there that you could just pull out.
Well, who do you think it had to be Popeye that sent us this email, right?
Yeah, oh, of course. And why would he
Olive?
be anonymous? I love how you pronounced it.
I know Wimpy was the guy who said, I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah. You guys ever watch that movie? It's pretty good. We film sacked it. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and it's not good, but I love it. It's because I was a kid.
One of my favorite things in the world, and it's not good.
It's because I was a kid, and it just, I don't know, for some reason, the Popeye movie just rang my bell, and the music and everything.
It is a weirdly awkward but fun movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I would watch it again. Not a problem.
There's an uncomfortableness, I think, with that film, and I think it has to do with, wasn't there an Alice the Goon, like a person wearing an Alice the Goon prosthetic in that film?
I don't know. Is there?
Is really disturbing. Yeah.
I don't remember that. The thing that made me the most uncomfortable was it felt like when you live action Popeye, Bluto really is kind of a wife beater and a lady assaulter. Like he's kind of nasty. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the way he was going after Olive just really burnt my cheese in the wrong direction. But yeah, it's an uncomfortable film.
Yeah.
In a really weird way, I find it very comforting at the same time. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I was a kid and you just you watch things when you're a kid and you get excited about them. So I was like 10 when that came out or something, and I really liked it. And it's the weirdest Robert Altman film ever made.
Robert Altman. I know. That's the craziest part is that it's Robert Altman.
It's very strange. Anyway, we got this Popeyes thing all cleared up. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
and maybe they'll get some. He didn't go into detail about when will they get them in. Are they told from corporate when stuff would improve? And then she didn't say, or he didn't say.
Oh,
he or she.
Oh, is it a he or a she, Scott?
I actually don't know. I have no idea actually. And because the actual name was kind of gender neutral. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hey, Dunaway, is that you? No, he hasn't answered yet.
Oh,
there he is.
Hi.
Oh,
hi.
Hi.
Oh,
hi.
Oh,
hi. Hey, wait. Here's this. It's the Brian Dunaway here from South Carolina. Are you in the path of the hurricane, or what's the deal there? Are you guys all right?
Well, I am fine as long as it doesn't pick up speed.
Yeah.
So if it
you're pretty far inland, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I am northwest South Carolina. Figured that one out.
Northwest South Carolina.
Wow. So wait a minute. So if it hits, well, you'll get some rain and stuff, right? You'll get something.
Exactly. I'm not in any danger except for my sweet hair. Might get a little damp.
Yeah, nobody wants damp hair. I can tell you that.
Damp hair.
It's good to have you here. I know you got a lunch meeting coming up, so we wanted to get you in there as soon
We
as we
do.
could.
It's not even a meeting. It's a birthday lunch. That's right. We do birthday lunches.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Where do you take somebody for their birthday lunch?
Wherever they choose. And oh my God.
Really? So you don't have you always go down to the Cluckers or something like that, right? The whatever Bennigan's equivalent, Applebee's, Chili's.
Exactly.
Crazy
We're going to Fat Daddy's today.
Oh,
that's
Fat
right.
Daddy's. Yeah.
Fat Daddy's. Yeah, everybody knows Fat Daddy's. No, I have no idea.
I have no idea what
We've
Fat
got,
Daddy's is. We don't have that.
We've just gotten those in Colorado in the last couple of years, and they're
Oh,
good.
interesting.
Big honkin' burgers, which is why I haven't been to one in about a year.
Right?
Fat Daddy.
Really good, though. Fat Daddy's.
Established in 99. Let's see. Barbecue grill and that sounds all right. I'd go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that here, so that's too bad.
Oh, I'm thinking Bad Daddy's.
Oh.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place I'm thinking of. There's a Fat Daddy's?
Yeah, Fat Daddy's
We have a
barbecue.
Fat Daddy's. I think this is a local thing. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, I think there's only one.
Is that a pizza place?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
a
there it
pizza
is.
place.
Fat Daddy's
No, it's
Bar
a
and Grill.
burger barbecue
It is a
place.
burger, okay.
It's barbecue.
There's
mostly.
another one. There's a Fat Daddy's in Dover, Tennessee. Are they not related? Probably not.
Dover, Tennessee. I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That's the pizza one.
I hope. Well, that one says Burger Bar too.
And as someone who watches what they eat has no chance of survival at the Fat Daddy. So we're going to see.
Well,
Gotcha.
you get
This one's at the bowling alley. This one's at the Garden Center Lanes.
Everything's a bowling alley here.
Don't you get to have like a little cheat day now and again? Even though you're, careful
Oh,
about you.
yeah. Usually I do, but I had totally forgotten about it. So I've already cheat dated up. I've had an Egg McMuffin, and I've had a Starbucks, and I've had a pancake, and I'm like, oh, crap, I've made a horrible decision.
That was today already? You've already done all that today?
Yeah, I've already done that today.
All right. I don't think that sounds so bad. I think you did okay. You're skinny as a rail, dude.
I'm so stuffed. I'm so stuffed.
You could take like
But last night, Scott, night I had Fruit Loop mini donuts from the Hardee's. I had one.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the
gosh.
jeez Louise.
You are off the wagon, man.
Yeah. You're not doing it by the book anymore. That's okay though. I still respect you.
It's okay. I'm gonna get back into it.
Dunaway is so skinny, you could use him to unlock your car, like those things you just slide down your windshield.
He's a slim. He's a slim Dunaway.
Yeah, Slim Dunaway.
I'm a Slim Jim.
Yeah, well done. All right, hey, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for accommodating. I appreciate it, guys.
Well, we're doing what we can, and whatever. You're the nice one that comes on here and like decides to hang out with us, which is super nice. For some reason, the phone thing is taking eons to start. Why? Okay, there we go. That was really weird. All right, so here's the deal. If you are at some place where you have a phone and you're watching the show live, you can call in right now at 801-471-0462 and be our next contestant right here on the show. We'd love you to call because that's how you win stuff. And there are winnable free things available to you now. And Brian will explain all that in a second, but it's going to be a big day, man. I'm telling you, you're going to want to call in because what he doesn't even know is I've added to this list, and I haven't actually done it yet, but you're going to get a print pack, too, So
I'm
whatever.
seeing that added right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing the text just get thrown in there. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's being added as we speak.
Exactly. So no matter what you do today to win, if you win, you're going to get more than you thought. So get in here. 801.
What just came out of Ibbott's mouth? What was that?
Some sort of weird sound.
Are we talking about Marcel Ledbetter? What is that? That sounds like some Jerry Clower there, you weirdo.
I don't know either of those names. Who are those people you just
What? You know Jerry Clower? Okay, we don't want to get down that path.
I kind of do. Who's it? Who
Yeah.
is
All
it?
right.
Who?
Oh yeah, Jerry Clower. Never heard that? Old school, kind of
Mouth of
backwoods kind of
Mississippi.
comedian kind of thing. Yeah, like Andy Griffith kind of era kind of comedian.
I like that kind of stuff. I like Andy
Oh
Griffith's
yeah.
old.
You'd love it. Oh my God, you should definitely listen to some Jerry Clower if you've
Okay.
never listened to him.
All right,
It
I've
is-
never heard him
It
before.
is off the chain.
Does he integrate music and comedy, or kind of the way that Andy Griffith did?
He does a little music, I think, but not really.
That's a weird sound. All right.
Does he always have a? Is there a drummer who comes with him and goes
I
every
hope
time he
so.
tells a joke?
No, not really.
Beep.
No.
All right. Speaking of beep, we have somebody on the line. Hi, who's this?
Dean, Zero Cool Chat.
Hey, how's it going? Is
No.
it Dean, you say? It was
Zero cool in chat. Is that right?
Zero Cool, I think. Was that right?
Bye, Zero Cool.
Oh, jeez.
What's up?
That's all right. We got a weird sound going on there. That's fine. Hey, welcome to the show there, Dean, a.k.a. Zero Cool. We're going to play a game here. You're going to be part of it, and Brian's going to explain it. Brian, take it away.
That's right, Scott. I'm going to be giving you and Brian Dunaway a topic. You guys are going to go back and forth, coming up with answers that fit said topic. If one of you gives a wrong answer, repeat an answer, or one of you takes too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Dean, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, your prizes are a couple of favorites here in the TMS prize Steam library: Waking Mars. You have to be really loud to wake Mars, and Cannibalt, which I think is a way different experience playing on Steam than it is playing on like a little iOS device or Android device.
Well, mainly, I mean, you have controller options that you don't have on a touchscreen, but it's it's still sort of the same game, like game-wise.
Still sort of the same thing. And as Scott mentioned, a print pack. We're adding a print pack to this to sweeten the pot, as they say.
A physical print pack, one coming to the in the mail. Like you'll go out there and get it, and you'll be like, "It's Christmas in August." I'm sorry, September. Whee!
That's right. All right, so that's what you can win. Here is your topic, and I again don't have this written down as to who sent this in, but they basically say Delaware was the first was the first state admitted to the Union on December 7th, 1787. Delaware starts with a D. The letter D is a consonant. There are 38 states whose name begin with a consonant. Name the states
Oh my gosh.
whose name begins with a vowel.
Oh geez. Okay.
So there are 12 states that begin with a vowel. Those are the ones I want you to tell me.
Okay.
And Dean, knowing that is the topic, and don't look at the chat room, you guys, because oh my God, people just can't help but answer.
Already hidden.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Dean, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win this one?
Oh, whoops! Sorry, I muted you, bud.
Oh, you muted him.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Say again.
That's all right. This one's going to be hard. Let's see. I'd say Scott to win and Brian to go.
All right. I appreciate the confidence.
The trick with this one isn't so much coming up with the states; it's knowing which ones have already been guessed. And as with previous games, you guys aren't allowed to like write down answers and keep a list on paper in front of you as you come up with these so you can cross.
Can I like use my fingers?
Oh, please do. I insist upon it.
Yeah.
Because I've named each one of my fingers a name so that I can keep up with it.
Ew. What's the name of your middle finger?
You don't want to know. I'm first, right?
You are first.
Yeah, you are first.
Go ahead.
In that
Go
case,
ahead,
I'll go
Brian.
with my middle finger on my right hand, Arizona.
Arizona admitted to the Union February 14th, 1912.
All right. The obvious one here, Utah with a U.
Yeah, let's get
Oh,
that
there
one.
you go. That's a good one.
Surprised Brian didn't take that one from me. He should have.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Utah, January 4th, 1896, which is I don't know why they celebrate Utah Day in July when you guys were admitted into the Union January 4th.
Well, it's because the 24th thing is of July is actually Pioneer Day, which is when we arrived in the Valley, not Statehood Day. So it's weird.
Not when the state. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's very odd. I don't know why we do it either, but we do.
Back to you, Brian.
Did I say Arizona? Alaska.
Alaska. One of the most recent states admitted to the Union, January 3rd, 1959. Here you go, Alaska.
The Union.
We'll stay in the.
It sounds so. I don't know. It just sounds weird when you say admitted to the Union.
Yeah.
Admitted to the Union.
I'm gonna say that we're gonna stick around the U.S. or the Intermountain West
Yeah,
for a
it's a good
minute.
plan.
Probably a really good idea.
We should definitely stay with the U.S. states instead.
Actually, go crazy. Let's see what else you got.
All right. I'm gonna say Idaho is in there.
You could say Idaho's in there, and you should. July 3rd, 1890 is when
They grow some good taters.
They
when
sure
we
do.
welcomed Idaho with open arms.
Did I say Alaska? I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Alabama, December 14th, 1819. It was added, and Alabama.
I'm starting to forget ones he's said now. That's
Right.
a problem.
You're seeing my plan.
Yeah.
If I re-say it every time as a question.
Yeah, it not only reminds you what you've done, but then it confuses me into thinking it has been done.
Yeah.
Nice job. All right. Oregon. Oregon.
Oregon.
Oh, good one.
Mm-hmm.
February 14th, 1859.
Okay.
It was added.
All right.
Did I already say Alaska? I'm gonna go with. Gonna go with Alabama.
Wait. Okay. Yep. Do Alabama.
Go with Alabama, because
Did
you
I say
already said Alabama. That was the most recent one you said.
That is
His
hilarious.
trick got
I got
him.
myself.
His trick
I
got
got
him.
my own self. Oh well. I
It was
took a
funny because
chance.
He kept doing the
I
joke
took a
about,
chance.
did I already say Alaska? And
I took a chance.
That's too funny. Can I? So that means he loses. But can I guess a couple? I was gonna say
Sure. Arkansas has not been said.
Arkansas.
Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Indiana,
Uh-huh.
Iowa,
Uh-huh.
Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Did we do Oklahoma?
We did not.
Okay.
Wow,
We did
that
Oklahoma.
would have been all of them. So
Is that everything?
well done. That's everything.
Why did
Wow,
I?
really
why did
good.
I think there was one more? I guess there's not. Obviously, if you've read them all.
And sometimes
If
why?
you've got one more, I'd like to hear what it is.
No,
'cause
I
that's
can't.
all
I
to
can't
all.
actually think of it. I guess he did. We did Arizona, right? Arizona was done.
Oh yeah, that was the first one I did.
Okay.
That's the first.
Yeah. So I guess that is all of them. All right. You know what? I think that means that Dean here put the faith in the right party. Is what he did. Well done.
Correct.
Now, here's all you got to do, dude. You got to send an email to Brian Ibbett, coverville@gmail.com. That's the email address. Now, he's going to give you these codes. They're yours. That's all good. And then he'll forward on to me either your shipping information or you can do it yourself. Either way, it doesn't matter. But one way or the other, I'll get shipping information and send you a signed pack of Frog Pants prints today.
So, Dean, let's make it easy. Send me your mailing. Email me your
Right,
mailing.
right. Forget all that crap. Forget all that mess.
That's
you
all.
just
That's what I
heard.
said to him. I didn't say anything
I mean,
else.
like you got into this whole or you can send it to him, or you can he'll forward it to me. You can do it yourself. You could just do it, or
I didn't
Send me
say
a
any
private
of those
message in
things.
Twitter. I would just.
I didn't say any of those things. I said, Brian, you can get it to Brian, or you can send it to me directly. It doesn't matter. And here's what I'm sending you. That's all I said. You guys made that bigger than it was.
No, that's all
right.
you meant to say. Much more escaped your lips.
Yeah. Well done, Dean. You're the man. Good job. And try again sometime soon and see if you can win again. Well, he won, so I guess he can always play again, right? That guy can play
you
again.
can always play again. But wait a month.
Yeah, wait a month. All right. Well done, Dunaway. We plenty of time for Janice's birthday lunch at the Hickory Stick or wherever you're going. Where are you going?
Yeah, fat daddies. Fat daddies.
Fat daddies.
Yeah. You'll have to report back and let us know how that went for you. He's
I hope I'll be
Verbally
capable.
aggressive daddies.
Yes.
Can't
Right.
wait for.
It's the Brian Dunaway on Twitter, by the way, and he has other shows and cool things he does, including a video game show with me every week called The Boop Show, which is a brand new one is up on Monday, or went up on Monday. And if you haven't heard it, you may want to go check it out. We had a great time talking about cool games. And
I'll be streaming tonight on the Twitch TV.
Is your stream every day the same time every day, or do you swap it around? What do you do?
For the most part, I try to do either 6 or 7, and I usually go 2 hours. So if you show up between 6 and 8, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, you will probably find me.
Yeah. Isn't I think Gears 5 hits
It does.
Game
We get the
Pass?
early if you got the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which I do.
or the PC one, I
Yeah.
think. I think the PC Game Pass let you have it there as well now, because that's on PC. It's
Yep,
also
yep,
on
yep, yep.
Steam, weirdly. That thing is on Steam. It's crazy. Microsoft's like, you know what? We're just gonna put it everywhere. Get it where you want to get it.
Just have it. Just play it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's on the Epic Store. I don't actually know.
Ooh,
Anyway.
I don't know that.
Fantastic. Well done. Thanks for hanging with us. Be good. And
Cool.
have a burger. Bye. All right.
Have a burger.
Have a burger. Ladies and gentlemen, that means it's time for this. Whoops. Why did my mic go? Oh, there we go.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brought to you by.
Brought to you by Coverville today, celebrating 2 birthdays. Barry White, the man with the golden voice, turning 75 this week. And then Hugh Cornwell, who maybe some UK listeners would recognize as the lead singer of the band The Stranglers, UK punk band The Stranglers. Had some great hits and did, again, a lot better over in the UK than they did here in America. But you might recognize songs like Always the Sun, Golden Brown, Peaches, stuff like that. All played as covers, of course, today. Twitch.tv/Coverville. Today, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That address again, Twitch.tv/Coverville.
I thought Barry White was dead. Why did I think that?
He is dead.
Oh,
yeah. So he's not really turning. He would have been 75.
Oh, okay. I was like, am I going
I think
crazy?
he died in a heart attack and then died of a heart attack in the 90s.
Was it the 90s? Yeah, I always confuse him with the guy that played.
No, 2000s, early 2000s, July 4th.
The guy that played
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, who I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely died.
They both died.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're both dead. Both the velvety voices of these men.
incredible voices on both of them. So let me clarify. We're celebrating what would have been Barry White's 75th birthday because he pretty much stopped at 58.
Gotcha. Oh, he was only 58 when he died?
He was only 58. Yeah, but he was a lot of health problems due to his weight.
Yeah, he was a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
My darling. Oh, yeah, he's great. All right, Harry Potter. We got to talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
The hot new thing. It's the great new craze, everybody. Harry Potter, you may have heard of it.
You'd think so, by the way. People are just realizing this or something.
Yeah, it's so dumb. But anyway, Harry Potter books have been removed from a school library because they contain real curses and spells, that according to a Roman Catholic school in Tennessee. They have banished J.K. Rowling's. I heard it was Rowling and not Rowling. We've been saying it wrong.
Yeah, it's J.K. Rowling. Because the old joke was, how does Harry Potter get around? And you say, I don't know, walking. J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Right. That's a good way to remember it, actually, because I still screw it up. Anyway, her popular series, the Harry Potter novels, as you may be aware, they're very popular. They took it off their library shelves after its pastor took exception to the portrayal of magic, warning that the spells and curses the author describes are real and risk conjuring evil spirits when read. Oh, please. The Reverend Dan Raheel explained his decision in an email to the parents of the students of St. Edward's Catholic School in Nashville, declaring that he had consulted with exorcists in the U.S. and at the Vatican before outlawing the 7-volume tale of the boy wizard's career at Hogwarts. And
I want to know, like, is there a Facebook group that he's on? U.S. exorcists.
Yeah, how do those guys get together?
List, or how did he consult with exorcists in the U.S.?
It's a Discord. They all have a Discord they're in now. Yeah.
The power of Christ compels me to write this Facebook post.
That's right. Everybody's moved to Discord now. All the weirdos. That's where they are now. I mean, we're there in some ways, but we're not.
Own. Yeah, we're there too. But fortunately, they can have their own servers and not, like expand beyond those bizarro zones.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. There's a lot of controversy about whether Discord should have any standards with that, if they should enforce anything, or whether people should just be allowed to go fester, because there's some pretty gnarly festering going on.
But I mean, if it's a if I create a server for people who sexually obsess over the film Hudson Hawk, can't that just be my own little perverted zone?
You can do that. Sure.
And I'm not causing harm to people who aren't. Basically, there's nobody who is a part of that club who doesn't want to be a part of that club.
Right. But it's also true that if you set up a Discord where all you're doing is swapping child porn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Same deal.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
And so you guys like me and you, reasonable people.
How to 3D print a gun or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But reasonable people like you and me wouldn't be in groups like that, but B, we just assume that stuff gets taken care of, but it doesn't. Right now it's like super anonymous and nobody knows about it, and Discord doesn't manage any of it. So we've basically given people their own private forums that can't be penetrated, basically. Unless you.
By the way, that was a plug for my sexually obsessed with Hudson Hawk film Discord server. Just search for it on Discord. Once you get in there, you have to give yourself a name like a candy bar, and the password is Slurp My Butt.
I like it. Slurp My Butt is the obvious choice.
Of course it is.
For those who haven't seen the movie, there's a line in there where he says "Slurp my butt."
Yes, I think you even have the. Please tell me you've got the clip handy.
I don't know where that is. Let's see. I gotta have that, right? Don't I have that?
I would think.
It's old, but I have it. Hold on, Slurp.
What would be, and while you're looking for that, what would be your candy bar name? Like, there was, I think there's Butterfingers and Kit Kat in the movie.
If I was gonna have
a candy bar name.
Candy bar name.
Yes.
Milky Way. It would be my name.
Also your rapper name,
yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. Sounds right. All right, here's Slurp My Butt. I found it.
Slurp my butt.
Okay, that's what's his name saying Slurp My Butt?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because I don't want people at home going, Brian's got a weird idea of a thing to say with Slurp My Butt. Gross. But no, it's from the movie.
Yeah. By the way, my candy bar name would be Chunky.
Ah, nice. Well, I take it back then. Then I'll be Big Hunk. I like
Big Hunk.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boy, those will take your teeth out. Those are
God, no kidding.
Horrendous.
Yeah. I should, I've got my, been trying not to think about it, but I've got my dentist appointment in about 25 and a half hours.
Oh my
I haven't been thinking about it, but now I can tell you exactly how long away it is. Maybe I should. They have to take out part of a filling. Maybe I should just save them the effort and go get a big hunk this afternoon. And
just chow down on that.
I can take it out myself. Yeah.
Then
exactly.
half the work's done. Maybe half the price would have to be paid. You just get the reconstruction work, and you're good. By the way, you've been like compartmentalizing this trip to the dentist. I've noticed very deftly because nobody likes going to the dentist. I obsess about it.
What? Oh, I'm definitely obsessing about it.
Have you been since you've known the appointment, or have you been able to kind of tuck it away until you have to go?
I've been able to kind of tuck it away up until, like, whenever I brush my teeth, which fortunately only happens, once every few days. But that's when I start thinking about the dentist. That one went right by you, didn't it?
No. I'll be honest. I just got a text from Wendy that freaked me out for a minute, but it turns out it's okay.
Oh.
I thought it was something wrong with her kids, but it's actually good. She got a box that we sent. But my first initial watch reading was, my kids are freaking out, something, and then I had to scroll up and go, they got it this morning. Oops. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Anyway, I was saying that when I brush my teeth, which fortunately is like only once every couple days, I think about the dentist.
Gotcha.
But no, it's I'm completely dreading it. Like cleaning, no problem. I can sit in the chair, and actually there is some weird, even though I do have a couple of places where I've got exposed nerves in my mouth, there's something just kind of, I don't know, zen and powerless about being in that chair and basically not being able to do anything except sit there with your mouth open. But are
these exposed nerves anywhere near the work they have to do? Like, are they?
Yes, one of them is on the tooth right next to the one that they're going to be working on. So with all with all that is holy, I'm sure the first needle full of Novocaine is going to go right into that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that just gives me the willies thinking about it. So I feel for you. It's tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow at 11. Like basically, once we do the show, I go upstairs, brush my teeth, and race over to the dentist.
Man,
which is good. I don't want the whole afternoon to kind of worry and obsess and freak out about it.
Yeah, dentists suck. It's all bad. I mean, they're here to help us.
It really is all bad.
Yeah, name a time you've gone to the dentist where it was a great experience. It doesn't happen. There's no reason. Even if you go and you get your cleaning and they're done and they say, oh, no cavities. I mean, that's nice at the end of it, but the actual experience is never good. It's never fun. You never want to go.
No. Love being on the other side of it, but hate being on this side of it. I wish that I do wish that my Oculus Go was small enough that I could wear that while they work on my mouth.
You know that's coming.
It's got to be, right?
Of course. Something small is going to come out, and then dentists are going to buy them, and they're going to let people have them there in the chairs. It's going to be a thing. It's totally going to be a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. All right. I'm glad that'll get taken care of for you. I hate dental stuff, so I feel for you. Well, anyway, this guy thinks that all this stuff's real. These books present magic as both good and evil, which is not true, but in fact a clever deception. The curses of the spells used in the book are actual curses and spells, which when read by a human, being risk conjuring evil spirits. That's a weird. Oh, human being. When read by a human being, risk conjuring evil spirits into the presence of the person reading the text. Oh, really? Since the 90s, we've all just been doing the thing and conjuring a bunch of devils?
On this. Yeah.
Oh, I hate this so bad. Makes me so angry.
This guy is ridiculous.
Nice. Yeah, he is ridiculous. And F this whole thing. It sucks and it's dumb. And you're no different than the people in the 80s telling me D&D was going to destroy me. You're no different than anybody in the 50s who said comic books would ruin our children, or that television or that radio or anything. It's always this way. All the old farts go, oh, I don't understand this fandangled new thing. And this guy's even worse. You're talking about a phenomenon of both books and film and popular culture that has been everywhere for
how many
decades.
Kids started reading, getting into books because of the Harry Potter books, right? Like that got kids into reading.
Right. It's also horse shit to say that those spells are real. It's all made up.
Yes,
it's all made up. Damn it. I hate that.
Yeah, I do too.
All right.
Cluelessius Levioso.
Here's a cool thing. A drug addict dressed as a police officer stormed into an associate's home screaming, "This is a police raid. Where are all your drugs?" He's not was not a cop, turns out.
What gave him away? Was it all the Cheeto dust on his fingers, or the Bob Marley T-shirt underneath his police jacket?
Yeah, what was the giveaway? But it says here that thinking he was the real deal, his two victims, the guy's name is Daniel Thomas, his two victims handed over their ice and cannabis stash before being beaten so badly with a hammer that the real police thought they had died. Yeah, I know. Bury the lead, right?
My God.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Yeah, although ice, I guess that's something I don't know. Or do you have to keep your pot on ice to keep it fresh?
I thought ice was is it cocaine?
Might be.
I don't actually know.
I mean, I think of rocks, right? Like, your
like meth.
Your ice. Give me some ice. Oh, meth. Okay, meth is
all right. It's meth.
Meth is ice.
I've never heard meth called ice. I guess I
haven't either.
I don't hang in those circles. I don't have any idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, says here, let's see. He runs in and goes, "This is the police raid. Get on the floor and face down. Where are your drugs?" Thomas and co-accused person yelled this as they walked into the unlocked Lindale home on July 25th. Thomas, age 36, believed the men were holding back and beat one of them with a hammer until he passed out. Jeez. "We've killed your mate. Now tell us where the drugs are," he then said. The man was told.
This is in Australia.
Yeah, oh yeah. Australia, they have hammer crime, turns out.
Hammer crime.
Hammer crime. That's pretty good how that rhymes. Anyway, let's see. The other victim woke up and was hit in the head, or when he was hit in the head with his pants. What? Sorry. The other victim woke up and was hit in the head. Then his pants were pulled down and his buttocks spread to cheek. Check for drugs. I can't read. So they actually pulled that dude's pants down and tried to find hidden drugs in his corn shoe.
Bunked him on the head.
Yeah.
Pulled down his pants. you got to be pretty hard up if you're saying, well, I bet you're holding out. The drugs I really want are in your butt.
You're keeping the good stuff in your butt.
Exactly.
Your butt. All right. That's a story that you want to tell your children tonight around the dinner table.
That's good. Once upon a time in Australia.
Mm-hmm. They know what's up. All right, check this out. Costco. You know Costco. You have a Costco membership? What do you do there?
I think it's still active. They're great for getting chicken breasts to throw on the grill and whatever. Like get a big bag of chicken breasts from Costco, keep them in the freezer, and just pull out what you need.
How do you feel about
fish.
cheese? Do you like cheese?
I like cheese. I like cheese. Had some today on my eggs.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with a little cheese here and there.
Nothing wrong with a little cheese. I sure like lots of cheese, Scott. Are you going to tell me that I can get lots of cheese?
But not only that, I can tell you can
Costco?
get a magnificent 72-pound cheese wheel for $900 at Costco.
72 pounds of cheese, a cheese wheel. Is this... I know Costco doesn't always have... Like, they've got a combination of real cheeses and slabs of kind of the Velveeta cheeses.
Oh, did they? Is that how they? I didn't realize they differentiated between the two.
Well, I mean, you can get both there.
Oh, okay.
Is this real cheese? Is this like a?
It better be real cheese. It says it's Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
Oh,
so that's
Parmigiano
real.
Reggiano. Yes.
Was that real? That's a real cheese.
Yeah, it's real. That's a real cheese.
I'm not really up on my cheeses. I don't know what's what.
That's what you shave on top of your spaghetti.
Yeah, that sounds all right. It says here that, let's see, 72 pounds. According to the store's online listing, the hefty block of cheese produced by the store's Kirkland signature brand. Kirkland cheese. Oh, man.
Yeah, cheese.
Get the toilet
Kirkland
paper
makes
over there.
jeans, cheese, and toilet paper.
Yeah, a little water to wash it all down. It says it is aged for 24 months and imported from Italy. So they claim it's like the real deal. Let's see. In recent
24 months is basically because they want to age it for longer, but 24 months sounds like a long time because it sounds way better than aged 2 years.
Yeah, aged as long as it took to get here on the FedEx boat. It says here, in recent days, the superstores made headlines for selling the 72-pound wheel. Let's see. Oh, that's an economy. It says, though the economic practicality of the product may overwhelm even the most seasoned of home cooks, Costco has made math easy by detailing that each pound comes out to about $12.50 per pound, $12.50. That sounds like it's a price for decent cheese.
That is actually, and I take that back. 24 months is the average of how long you age Parmesan cheese. Some wheels are best enjoyed young, between 12 and 18 months. Most wheels are aged for a total of 18 to 36 months, 24 months on average. So that actually is 2 years is about right for Parmigiano Reggiano.
Do you have to refrigerate this between usage? Or can you just put like a cloth,
yes.
cheesecloth on
it?
Oh.
You got to refrigerate it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you better make some room in the fridge.
I was gonna say I don't have enough room for half this thing. I don't think.
Yeah.
It was freaking huge.
Williams Sonoma has a wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano for $2,500. Why are we talking about $900 at Costco? How big is this one at Williams Sonoma?
Yeah, tell me how big that is.
This one is
Williams Sonoma? Really?
Yeah, Williams Sonoma.
Weird price for
this
that.
one is 80 pounds.
Okay.
So just 8 pounds heavier than the Costco.
Yeah.
And is $2,500.
Oh, all right.
Not eligible for free shipping, sadly. So
I think you have to. How's the return policy on this thing? I want to wonder, but
yeah,
how like who's doing this? Who has $2,000? Is it people having a giant party and they're like, we want a giant block of cheese as the centerpiece of our weird table at our party? Like, is that who this is for? Because I just don't know who's doing this.
I don't know, but the reviews are great. First one about a month ago, the review was cheese. This cheese was cheese. This cheese was very good and cheese. 5 stars.
Wait, on the Williams Sonoma one?
On the Williams Sonoma site. The next one is, I bought this one. My ultimate team made it to nationals, and the entire team loved it. Definitely made the weekend a special one we'd never forget. And I can't tell if they're being serious or...
What's the ultimate team? Frisbee? Frisbee Ultimate?
Maybe
Ultimate Frisbee?
Maybe Ultimate Frisbee. Maybe Ultimate
That's just
fighting.
Like what? I'm trying to imagine the party you would have if you're all frisbee.
Exactly. Well, who's hungry? Who wants another big hunk of cheese? We got 80 pounds to go through, guys.
It's normally like, sprinkled lightly on a salad or part of a pizza, but man.
Please eat these cheeses and then go back to your room where you have your own bathroom. Thank you.
Yeah, no kidding. This is great. There's a reviewer on the Costco site for this 72-pounder. Says this, quote, bought this as a surprise for my son's wedding reception. He's a fiend for the stuff, they say. With the help of YouTube instructions and the proper tools and his good buddy, he and his brother cracked open the parm in front of family and friends to great applause and cheers, one commenter gushed. It was fun to watch and actually quite beautiful. The cheese is magnificent, fragrant, and delicious.
Wow.
Actually, I do like Parmesan.
I do too, but I can't imagine
80 pounds of cheese.
Like a wedding reception, it's like, all right, everybody, time to cut the cheese.
Yep.
Everybody gather around as we slice open a 72-pound cheese wheel. Everybody gets a slice.
It's a very odd wedding tradition, I would think.
Yeah.
All right. Final story.
Okay.
A vegan woman is in the news.
Vegan woman.
Yeah, not the Marvel.
Not eating the cheese.
Yeah, not eating. She'll eat some cheese, but it didn't come from no cow. It comes from the feet of other vegans. Yes. Vegan feet is where it comes from.
Vegan feet.
The vegan woman, like there's only one, sued her neighbors for barbecuing in their backyard and claims it's deliberate. This is another Australian story, by the way. Australians, you're having a fun day over here.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 Australian stories. I hope you're enjoying this, Gidget.
Yeah, I hope so. Vegan woman has filed suit against her neighbors in the Australian Supreme Court after complaining about the smell of meat and fish emanating from their barbecues. Celia Carden took her case to the Supreme Court of Western Australia, citing neighbors barbecuing, smoking, and children playing basketball, among other complaints.
Oh.
I know.
They're deliberately playing basketball, those children.
That's deliberate. She accuses her neighbors of intentionally setting up these nuances. She says, it's deliberate. That's a bad accent. She says, all I can smell is fish. I can't enjoy my backyard. A lower court threw out the case in February, so this is her second attempt.
That's not a backyard. This is a backyard.
What they are doing is living in their backyard in their home as a family, says the State Administrative Tribunal of Western Australia. It says the Supreme Court also rejected her claims in July, dismissing the case. Carden has filed nearly 600 pages of documents to appeal the case. She says, they say, well in excess of anything that might be thought to be proportionate to the issues, said the Supreme Court Justice Peter Quinlan of West Australia. I'm a good person. I just want peace and quiet, she told the Western Australian, telling them she intends to continue the legal fight. Dude, people can barbecue in their backyard. Come on, you freaking don't. Yeah. You're giving vegans a bad name. I know lots of very cool vegans, very nice people. They get that they live in a world where other people are going to be doing the meats. It's just the way it is. You're not going to get it all banned, and nobody's going to go away. They live there. They have as much right as anybody. So just stop.
I drove by the Arby's there in downtown Adelaide, and they had a sign outside that said, we have the meats. I felt like it was a deliberate slam at me because I'm a vegan.
That voice is only in the
lower register. Can only be that voice. I can't do a higher register Australian than that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Vegans are nice. I know plenty of nice vegans. Nice. There's a chat room saying there's no such thing. No, there is. Justin's wife's a vegan. She's lovely. And he's not, by the way. He'll eat meat all day.
Oh, I thought he's not lovely.
No, he's not a vegan, I mean. But I know vegans, and they're nice. I know plenty of nice vegans. Nice. There's no such thing as the blanket statement that all vegans are dicks. It doesn't work that way. But let me tell you something about this Australian lady. She's a dick. Mm-hmm.
She's 600 pages of documents. I bet those will fit nicely in their barbecue.
Yeah.
I bet they'd love to toss that in the old, put that on the old Barbie.
A little kindling would go a long way. I wonder if she's, if she even has a case at this point. It sounds like all the judges up till now are like, whatever, get out of here.
It is another kind of fact about Australia, though, that they've got 6 of the 10 most poisonous vegans in all the world.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, you got to watch out. Be very careful, you guys. You never know, too. They're under your toilet. They just be hiding there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Be very careful down there. So here's my question about. What was it? I was going to ask about something about vegans.
You asked me about barbecues. I love it when Crazy Neighbor, he's always smoking like either pork or bacon or things like that. And man, when he's smoking stuff, the smell. Well, when he's smoking meat, the smell that wafts from his backyard into ours is fantastic.
So he's got like a full-blown smoker, like a real one?
Sort of. It's one that he made, like cut not an oil barrel, but like a barrel the size of an oil barrel in half. Put a hinge on the back, attached a hot box to the side where you put your wood, and then kind of feeds in the smoke to the main barrel, and it's amazing.
The hot box where you put your wood. All right.
Yes.
We'll just let that one go.
Just right to from my mouth to Jamie's ears, basically, is where that one went.
That's right. By the way, I guess today we have a bonus mashup that is our most unintentional dirty bits that we've ever said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
okay.
that'll be
most
fun.
Unintentional Scott and Brian's dirty bits coming up.
That's right. Here on TMS. And if you got kids, I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, so I don't even know what I'm warning you about, but it's possible it's
they were intended innocently enough. And
oh yeah, but I'm sure the way he edited them, they will be very obviously out of context. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure. Will Creamy Peen make an appearance?
I mean, that's what we all hope for, right?
It's like the Great Pumpkin. Linus is out there in the pasta section of the grocery store, waiting for the Great Creamy Peen to make his appearance.
Yep, like he does every year. You know what I'm getting excited about, and I haven't in a long time, is just pre-Halloween stuff and the fall weather. I just am so excited this year. I'm not usually.
We drove by the former Hobby Lobby, and of course it's a Spirit Halloween store, so you don't have to wait too long.
Nope. We got a Sears like that. It used to be a big Sears warehousey kind of store, and now it's just a giant all year round Halloween thing. Probably go by there and see what's going on this year. But I've seen some pretty
Spirit Halloween is basically retail's equivalent of the Mockingbird that goes and takes over the eggs of in nests of birds that it kind of kicks out.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Is that true?
There's a bird that does that. I think it's the mockingbird. I can't remember, but there's a bird that like basically when the mother's away, they take over the nest and cuckoos.
Is it a
cuckoos?
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Yeah, everybody's saying the cuckoo.
Oh, maybe it is. Boy, that's a dick bird then. That's not.
It is a dick bird.
What a dick bird.
It's really, I guess it's nature's Spirit Halloween store is what they're known as in the Audubon Society.
Wow.
The cuckoo.
I never would have figured. Yeah, total gold diggers. That's crazy to me. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt is back. He's on the show today. Very much looking forward to that. Yeah, he's been very busy on the Wednesdays for the last few, but he's back, and that'll be good. Also, Nicole with our recommendals coming up after that.
Yay!
So stick around for that. Before that, though, a song of Brian's choosing. What do you have?
I choose you, Pikachu. No, really, I choose Tren Selva. This is a pop rock group that comes from Southern California. They a pop, basically right there, just straight up pop band, which have been described as catchy, upbeat, and pleasing to the ear, according to the LA Music Press. I totally dig it. The brand new album is called Dizzy Blue Reflection. This is the first single. It's called She. Here is Tren Selva.
A blind spot on a dazzling neon-lit street. The shadow of a building no one even notices. That's where he casts his gaze.
Cry me a river, sister.
The morning stream. There's a snake in my boots.
I'm not one to correct Scott Fletcher, but I got to call this one out real quick. It's a snake in my boot, not my boots. Because if it was a
Right,
snake in
that
your
would be-
boots, would it be segmented? Like there's a snake cut in half?
It'd be
and-
2 snakes, and then it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, it would be a different problem.
It would be a very different problem, but then it would also, he should have been plural with the snake, so he'd say snakes in my boots instead of snake in my boots. It implies there's only a single snake, but he's somehow in multiple boots. I don't know. I'll have to talk to him.
Right.
We're going to have a real sit-down discussion.
Maybe there's a hole as well in his boots, and the snake is, winding his way through the boots, connected via the hole.
I didn't think about that. That's possible. This is why we discuss these things, so that we don't make rash decisions based on not enough information. I feel a little bit better about it. All right. We are going to get Tom Merritt all up in this, whether he likes that or not. He'll be joining us shortly.
Bring it, Merritt.
Yeah, Merritt.
Whether I like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, Tom Merritt.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is Tom Merritt, who is joining us today after a couple of weeks of very busy travel, but he's back, and we're thrilled about
I missed
it.
you guys.
Yeah, we missed you, man. How was your? I guess give us
We
the.
missed you most of all, Scarecrow.
Oh,
give us the 1 or the 0 out of 10 or 0 to 10 review of your trip to all things Europe, wherever you went. You went all over the place.
I went to Ireland and France.
There you go. 2 places then.
Despite reports of other locations.
Yeah. Like from me, where I said London multiple times on multiple shows.
Perhaps.
Yeah. That was weird. But you had a good time,
but
yeah?
we understand, Scott, that when you say London, you mean anywhere in Europe.
Yeah, when I say Toronto, I mean everywhere in Canada. Same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Same deal.
That's the equivalent.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how I do it.
So it's genericizing.
It seemed like you had a good time, though. Yeah, good fun.
Yeah, no, 9 out of 10 on your scale, certainly.
Very nice.
Jet lag always gets in the way a little bit. That knocks off the score. But yeah, we went to Worldcon for Sword and Laser. Did a Sword and Laser in front of a packed room. Got to see a bunch of fun people and did a DTNS meetup and then after Ireland, because Worldcon was in Dublin, we took a little time, Eileen and I, in Paris, to get to know Patrick's city without Patrick. Sadly.
Right.
He wasn't able to be there because he's up in Finland taking care of his kid.
Right.
But yeah, we had a great time there too. Lots of good food. Funny thing about Paris, a lot of people speak really good French there.
Yeah, weird, right?
Wow,
And
crazy.
great French restaurants in Paris. If you ever go to Paris, eat at the French restaurant.
I feel like you're really laying out some stuff we weren't aware of all this. This is great.
It's like we've got a travel channel here.
That's right. This is gonna be my travel guide.
This is amazing. All right.
First of all, be aware, a lot of people in Paris. I joke about that because so many people, at least in the touristy areas where we were, speak English that. Getting around at the little bit of French almost felt like a bad idea. Where like if I said something in French, they were like, "Oh, you must speak French," and I'd be like, "Let me back out of this."
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're rudimentary at best would be what I would say. I'm glad, but mainly I'm glad you're back because we've been starved of any kind of tech news here on the show. We haven't been able to fill that void. So fill that void today. Fill it up right to the brim and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, well, IFA is going on in Berlin right now, so lots of hardware announcements coming out of that. We'll be covering that on Daily Tech News Show, of course. And in addition to that, YouTube getting slapped with $170 million in fines for violating the Children Online Privacy Protection Act. But I want to talk to you about whether you want to pay with your hands.
My hands? You mean you don't mean,
I don't mean
doling out cash
Brian,
with my hands?
I know what you're thinking.
Because when I see somebody that I haven't seen in a while, I go, "Give me 5," and he does this, and now I have 5. That's
and
not
slaps
the kind
a
of payment.
$5 bill in your hand. It's
Slaps a $5 bill in my hand.
hand.
That's not the pay with your hands kind of thing.
No. Pay with your hand is something that the New York Post says a source reports Amazon is testing in vending machine in Amazon's New York offices, which, by the way, this is going to confuse a bunch of people who followed all the clickbait headlines about Amazon bringing their headquarters to New York. There was the story about Amazon wanted to make a second headquarters in the U.S., and they announced that not only would they make a second headquarters, but they'd split it between Virginia and New York, and then a bunch of people in New York got upset. Amazon already had offices in New York. They still have offices in New York. They're not pulling those offices out. They're just not going to add the huge, big new offices. And at those offices, apparently, they're testing Project Orville,
Okay.
which is a scanner for the size and shape of your hand.
Okay.
Oh,
so you have
not
first
even like fingerprints or anything.
No, it's not palm print. It's not fingerprint. It's the size and shape, which is a biometric that's been around for a while. And the idea is you would go in and you would get your hand scanned and link that scan to your Amazon account. And then when you're, say, in Whole Foods, which Amazon owns, you could just pay with your hand. You wouldn't have to even pull out your phone.
Interesting.
This seems like, less unique than fingerprints and retina scans and things like that. It seems like there are going to be more people who have the same size and shape hand.
I mean, I suppose you're right. I don't know what the numbers are, but let's say you're right. It's still extraordinarily rare.
Is it really? Okay, wow.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have a bunch of, like, think if it's like the number of people with the same fingerprint is less than 0.0001%. Let's say that the number of people with the same handprints is 0.01%. That's still almost.
Listen, I've analyzed my fair share of clumsily made crayon-based turkey drawings from preschools, and it seems like everybody's hand is the same size and shape.
Well, because it's down to the point of the
width of the knuckles.
Yeah, the depth and the probably your palm print might figure into it a little bit with the folds, as far as the shape of it goes. My wonder is, like, my fingerprints don't change. If I put on 20 pounds of French food, those fingerprints are the same. But
your hand's size and shape will change.
No
kidding.
My mom, you should see my mom's hand now. It's like not the same hand she had 30 years ago. She's got arthritis. It's like wrinkly and old.
Oh, I thought you said
we don't all have the same hands we had 30 years ago.
Definitely not.
But that's my point. Like, how do they account for that or accommodate for that? I guess.
Nothing in this report says that, which is probably why they're testing it. I assume there might be some situation where you have to go refresh your hand scan every so often, because it probably doesn't change that fast, right? So one day you come in and your hand scan doesn't work. You're like, oh, I guess I got to redo my hand scan. So there might be a way to put that in there. The details on the ground here are a little thin at the moment, but all of those thoughts and objections and possible concerns aside, it has the same issue as any biometric, which is you can't change it.
Yeah.
Right. You can change your credit card number. You can't change your fingerprint. So
go 3D print a rich person's hand and just keep it in my bag at all times.
Yeah, exactly. And there may be something like your face changes too, but Face ID is able to adapt to that on the go. So maybe there's something to that, to be able to keep up to date on your hand the way Face ID keeps up to date on your face. But yeah, I if they can make sure this is properly secured so that the handprint isn't stolen, if they can deal with, the changing shape of your hand so that it works, reliably most of the time. How do you feel? How do you like that?
Well, if I can come just wave at the sensor, that's what I want. If I have to put my hand on a thing.
Oh, you don't want to touch anything.
I don't want to touch stuff.
I don't blame him. Yeah,
it's just gross. And I mean, like, if you're in a store, I just don't want to be like, I don't know, too many hands in the same spot. It's just weird.
You're gonna be like in the checkout line behind this guy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, because it's not palm print.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that you won't have to touch anything.
Okay. That
like, it's probably just you're holding it in place because it's a 3D scan, right? So it wouldn't make sense to touch anything because it's not seeing the other side of the hand.
They got to be careful.
It's a 3D scan, so it's like you're gonna put your hand basically in like one of those Dyson Airblade things, and it's gonna kind of go like right around it with a.
What's the box in Dune where you stick your.
I was thinking more along the lines of what Prince Baron made Flash Gordon stick his hands in, and
right, that could be like that. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's like that. I'm in my mind, I'm thinking you just kind of stick it out. They need to be careful though. Make sure nobody has to do this. Like it can't look like you're Heiling Hitler. They have to be able to put that down lower. Like don't.
Right. Like, no, I think straight ahead. Put your hand in the box. Who knows? Maybe they'll determine who the Kwisatz Haderach is.
Maybe they can make it look like Neptune's face from Charade, reaching back for a really old reference there.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good.
Charade? I can't remember. It was like the stone thing with the
Charade with Cary Grant.
That's the one.
Well, my gosh, you guys are old. Jeez Louise.
Nice. Good poll.
Here's the funny thing: if you try to search for Amazon Project Orville on Google or any other search engine, you get a whole lot of Amazon Prime has episodes of The Orville for you to buy.
Yeah, has Seth MacFarlane available for you. Yeah.
It's very weird, but I did find the article that you were referring to, and it seems fascinating. This is going to be a good discussion topic for today. Or a topic.
Yeah, we'll definitely have this in the show today for sure. Gosh, there's so much stuff coming out of IFA too, and we got that YouTube fine that we got to chew over. So it's gonna be a good show today.
Yeah, it should be real hefty one. So go check it out. That's today at 2:30 Mountain Time. I'll be on today. It's Wednesday. It's my day. Screw you, Patrick, and your Tuesdays, and Jury and your Fridays. It's my day today.
Wow. Wednesday is the best day for all podcasts, don't you think?
It really is. It's a strong day across the board, and don't let it end there. Stick around for the after show that Tom does, and then be a patron over there, because then you get extra bonus content. It's an amazing experience.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to mention is every day we have what I consider to be the perfect companion to the morning stream, called Good Day Internet, which you can go to dailytechnewsshow.com/live at 2:15 Mountain.
Yep.
I should give these times in Mountain since I'm on TMS.
Yeah.
And watch the afternoon drive of the internet, if you will.
Yeah.
Good Day Internet.
Wow.
I agree. And here's what's great. Tom told me once, or maybe recently you told me this, or maybe you reminded me, but basically it was like, oh yeah, Good Day Internet was inspired by how do we get like a TMS style thing around this? It'll be this little extra thing we do. And so he gets this idea from us, and then I straight up steal his idea of having it be bonus content for patrons, and did that. And now we're doing that with pre and post show for TMS. So it's all one big mixed up happy family, you guys, pulling ideas from each other.
Just stealing from each other.
Yeah, it's awesome. So get your hands scanned and put them together. We're all good now.
Put your scanned hands together for stealing.
Tom Merritt, everybody, Ace Detect on Twitter, and of course, all things over there at the dailytechnewsshow.com. Tom Merritt, have a fantastic afternoon. We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye now.
See you, Tom.
I like that he says y'all.
Y'all.
He's not really from
y'all.
He's from the Midwest, but he's
You
just
can
southern
take
enough.
the man out of everywhere in Europe that he went, all the different places like Belgium and Oslo and Portugal.
Yep. All these things are true. Oh, does Night Attack do that now? I didn't realize that.
We've been doing that on Soundography almost since day one, like recording all the extra stuff. Because Hammond starts recording from the moment he calls me, and then when we do the show, he takes all that stuff that he edits out and gives it to the patrons.
So does he have to edit out the parts where he starts talking about his feet and stuff like that? Like all
Yes.
Okay.
All of those things.
That's
where
great.
he keeps bringing up prog rock. Okay, Hammond, we get it. You
Yeah.
love prog rock.
Yeah, we get it. It's your favorite genre. We get it. We get it, buddy. All right. That was Tom, as you could tell. Now. Now we bring Nicole in. She is also a Wednesday favorite and fixture around here.
Yeah.
And we love having
women
her.
don't like to be called fixtures.
Yeah, her segment
objectifies them.
Her segment is a fixture. Let's put it that way. Check it out. There's this. Hey, it's Nicole Spag, everybody, all the way from also Colorado herself. Hello, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
we can hear you. We can see you.
So
Mark has not effed anything up this week.
No, he's in Texas.
Oh.
Ah, that's why.
All my.
What part of Texas?
Yeah, where is he?
I don't know. It's a pretty big state.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He didn't tell you what town he's in or what city.
No, I booked his hotel. I don't remember.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jeez. That's my favorite thing I've heard all day.
Nicole ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
She ain't got time to keep track.
I have no time. I let my phone remind me of stuff.
I'm gonna pretend it's Lubbock. That's where he is. Lubbock, Texas.
I think he's not far out of Austin, maybe.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, that's where you want to be.
But he's not in Austin.
I was going to guess Corpus Christi.
Ah, Corpus Christi. San Antonio.
Galveston.
Galveston, yeah. There's places in Texas. Houston. You might be familiar
I've been to a lot of those places.
I have too. They're very hot and sweaty this time of year. I hope he's doing good.
Coming up on Babel Royale, name a city in Texas.
It's not too far from what we did today.
No, not too far. Yeah.
Nicole, it's good to have you here as always. We do recommendals on Wednesdays, and if you're at home thinking, I don't know what that is, we find stuff on streaming services and we recommend them for you the listening audience to maybe go check out and see if you like it as well. And sometimes we warn you against things, but I don't think today is one of those days. Maybe, who knows?
No, I don't think so.
I hope not. Brian, it's your always your turn first to dive in and tell us your stuff. So do you have any setup for this clip, or what do you got?
This is here's my setup. This is a 2018 comedy mystery thriller film.
Okay. That sounds like a decent.
I'm giving you
decent thing. Yeah. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. I thought I had it. I don't. There it is. All right, check it out. Here we go.
Did you just take my picture? I'm yearbook mom. Did I ask you to take my picture? Erase it.
Oh, you look really chic. It's just for faces and places. It's just for the other parents.
Erase it, or I slap a fucking injunction on your yearbook. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's gone. Woof. Bye-bye.
Don't do that again.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sure that stuff's really sensitive in your industry, so
it's all good.
I guess I'm probably not the kind of person you're normally friends with.
Oh, you do not want to be friends with me. Trust me.
Wow, I don't know what that is.
What the? So little fact about me.
Yeah.
I am a PTA co-president and I run our school yearbook.
Uh-huh.
I would totally would have been like, I'm not deleting it. Get out of here.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Well, the two voices we were hearing there. Any guesses on who you were hearing?
That was Anna Kendrick.
That was absolutely Anna Kendrick. Very good.
Taking the picture.
Correct. Yep.
I don't know who the other woman is, but I hate her already.
The other woman is Blake Lively.
Oh, is this the Simple Favor?
That's exactly what it is. It's a Simple Favor. Came out last year. A black comedy mystery thriller, directed by Paul Feig, and is based on a novel of the same name by Darcy Bell. Basically, Anna Kendrick is a vlogger, a widowed vlogger, whose son is friends with the son of Blake Lively, who's kind of this highfalutin PR for a fashion designer, way rich, way kind of too cool for school kind of thing. Snooty. Their kids are friends. Yeah. And one day, Blake Lively's character asks Anna Kendrick's character if she wouldn't mind picking up her son after school. And the two of them become friends, and then she kind of disappears and leaves her kid with Anna Kendrick, and just kind of vanishes off the face of the earth.
Wow.
And Anna Kendrick has no idea what to do. It's kind of like it's Gone Girl with a little bit more comedy, a much lighter Gone Girl.
Okay.
It's good. It's it's not gonna win any Oscars, or didn't get nominated for any Oscars, but. Blake Lively's excellent. Anna Kendrick is fantastic in this. They're both really good. Linda Cardellini's in this thing. Jean Smart.
I love Linda Cardellini. She's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of faces you'll recognize.
Jean Smart from Designing Women.
Jean Smart from Designing Women, or Legion,
yeah.
if you're looking more recently.
Or the second season of Fargo. She's freaking fantastic in that.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, forgot about Fargo.
Yeah, she was really good.
Anyway, this is streaming both on Hulu and Amazon Prime, so you've got a couple ways to watch it. And Tina and I enjoyed it quite a bit. It sets up that premise right from the get-go about Blake Lively disappearing and leaving her kid with Anna Kendrick, and then just kind of spirals from there. But as basically she's trying to find Emily, that's Blake's character. She uncovers all this weird story behind her.
Parents are weird.
Parents are weird. Right? Yeah, we sure
Rich
can
people
be.
suck is basically the plot of this film.
Not bad. All right. All right. That's definitely one that sounds like it's up my alley. I'm going to check it out. Here is my clip.
I didn't realize it was more dark comedy. It looked very serious when I watched the trailer.
It's got a lot more. It's got a little bit of humor to it because Paul Feig has kind of got that humor typically to him. He works with Melissa McCarthy all the time, who surprisingly is not in this film, but Bridesmaids and Spy and Ghostbusters and all that stuff. This is it's got his signature kind of humor in it, but not quite to the degree that Melissa McCarthy would have felt at home in a film like this.
Okay.
All right. I'm in.
Cool.
I think it sounds all right. Here's my clip. This is probably going to be obvious to everybody. I don't know if it is or not, but here it is. I'm going to play it, and I'll tell you what it is on the other side. Here you go. Oops.
No one tells you the hardest part of battle is figuring out who the enemy really is.
What were you thinking when Naomi told you what she did?
She's not the person I thought she was.
We've got no friends, no safe harbor. We are living on borrowed time.
I tend to take on fights that can't be won.
Do you like to whistle?
Why?
It forces you to breathe. Just don't pass out.
Be ready for anything.
The UNM ship just fired on us. Missiles away.
Any guesses?
I don't know. What was this whole whistling thing, though?
I don't. Yeah.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
It forces you not to pass out.
Yeah,
that is the brand new Dark Crystal film.
No, actually, I had meant to watch that series before today so that I could recommend it, but I haven't had time yet, so I haven't even cracked that open.
I don't know what that is.
We started Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
I don't know what yours is, Scott. Is it a show or a movie?
It is. It's a television show. It is The Expanse season 3.
Oh, cool.
Which I didn't
this is
see.
all now on Amazon, right? Like
Correct.
they moved everything over to Amazon?
Correct. Amazon bought the rights to it. Basically, Sci-Fi canceled it. Amazon picked it up and said, no, we want to keep this going. So season 4 is on its way. I didn't get to see season 3 because I don't have Sci-Fi, and I wanted to wait for it. And since I knew about this deal, I thought, well, I'll just wait for it all to get here. And it did. It's actually been there a little bit of time, but I'm finally just getting to it. And it's great. I love that series from the get-go. Season 3 so far, I'm at halfway through, is also great. It's just an awesome science fiction show. It's weird, though. It's got F-bombs in it. And I think they maybe always did, but maybe Sci-Fi bleeped them out or something. Like, I don't know where, I don't know, or edited them in a way that they didn't have them in there. But it's a little bit like, oh, we're on Prime now. We can just swear all we want. Kind of thing happening. So that took me off guard a little bit, but it's very, very good. And the books are great. I read those as well. And I'm one book away from being caught up on that series. They also just announced, and maybe Dan will talk about this Friday, I don't know, but they just announced a tabletop game based entirely on the Expanse universe, which is great because the Expanse started, if I ever understand this right, the pair of writers that go by the single name S.A. Corey. Corey is the author on the books, but it's two dudes.
Okay.
James S.A. Corey, is that it? Do I have it right? Well, anyway, it's one. They have a pseudonym that they write under, but it's really these two guys. Anyway, they wrote and created or started to create a tabletop game, kind of D&D but sci-fi game that turns out was like the Expanse universe, and they just went, man, this is so cool, we should make books.
Wow.
So then they made books. So now these books are hugely popular. Big popular TV show comes out of it. Now they're finally getting back around to let's make a proper RPG based on this thing. So I'm very excited about that and think it sounds really good. So anyway, The Expanse is awesome.
I stopped The Expanse after, I think I just watched season 1 probably because of that whole Sci-Fi Channel difficult to get it, get those shows without cable.
Mm-hmm.
I probably need to restart. Like, I don't think I can just, it's been
Jump
years
back
since
in.
I watched season
Yeah.
1. Yeah, I think I need to.
I think it'd be worth doing. The season 1 is awesome. Yeah. It's based mostly on the first book, a little bit of the second, and those are some of my favorite bits in the whole story. In particular, I think that what's his name? He was in that Hung show. he was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Oh yeah.
I love
just like
him.
it sounds, Hung.
I love that guy. He's great. He's in a million things, and my brain just went dead, and I can't think of his name. He plays Miller in this show. He is so good in that first season.
Was he the Punisher too?
Yes, Punisher in 2004's Punisher. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real great. Anyway, I love that movie or love that show, and people should watch it. It is one of the best sci-fi shows to ever be on TV, in my opinion. And I'm a little colored by the books because I think the show has done a really good job of making those books come alive. But it's just a very cool universe. It's basically our universe and done in a very realistic way. The whistling thing. So I'll get to that. It's good to whistle when you're doing a high burn in your ship because they don't pretend like it's Star Trek time and we can just jump anywhere we want and be relaxed in our carpeted rooms. You got to be strapped in. You've got drugs being pumped into you to keep you from passing out. They take that stuff really seriously in these novels and in this show. And also, for a sustained burn, this older lady who works for the UN, for her not to pass out, she's told that she should whistle and that it'll help her not pass out, because the way her lungs will work in a high burn, it'll help to whistle. So she does. So they love those kinds of details in the show. It's a lot of like actual space physics and how they affect things, and it's all about Earth and Mars as a colony, but Mars is getting to be a big military superpower now, so it's actually threatening Earth. And in the case of the belt, the asteroid belt is all colonized as well, and those people are called belters, and they're all skinny and sickly because they live in this weird half gravity, half not gravity kind of zone. So they can't go to Earth or Mars without feeling like they're going to just crush into themselves, and they just bleed out all their holes and everything. Like, it's a lot of really interesting ideas, and there's a lot of terrorism coming out of the belters. They have their own weird accent that is fascinating to listen to. Just a great freaking show. I love it.
Cool.
All right, Nicole.
Very cool.
What do you got?
Hey, so I got a question. Am I freezed on your side? Because I always freeze
Discord does this.
Discord does it.
Discord freezes your own video back
I'm like
to you.
side-eyeing you.
Yeah, you're
giving us the stink eye, Nicole.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it never freezes it for anybody else, but mine's currently frozen. So.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it always does that. It's weird. Anyway.
All right, so here's my movie.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. All right, I'm gonna hit
Goes
play.
the dynamite.
Here goes. I'm hitting play.
Oh, why'd I look? I don't know why I looked. I looked.
You
I would have gotten this though.
I
think an eyebrow
It's really quiet.
crimps, maybe some eyelid tape. What do you think?
All of it. And I would throw in a Korean snail face mask. Sweetie, your skin is so dry it's hurting my face.
Thank you.
Yo, it's about time someone stood up to Auntie Eleanor. Well, you, not me.
All right. I cranked that as high as I could get it. It wasn't very loud. But
wow. Yeah, it wasn't very loud at all.
They had the video on YouTube is quiet. But anyway, that looks like Crazy Rich Asians to me.
That is Crazy Rich Asians. It's streaming on HBO. I finally got around to seeing it. I don't know why, but I had no idea it was a romantic comedy.
I didn't either. No, it's funny. I thought it was just like a comedy about those crazy rich Asians, how funny they are, and stereotype city. But no, it was a total romantic deal. It was really sweet.
Awkwafina was in that clip. I saw her on SNL. I'd never seen her perform before. I love her. And so I had seen her on SNL before I had watched this movie.
Yeah, and you're wondering who the heck she is. Yeah, right.
She was wonderful on SNL.
She was.
And it made watching her in this movie even more delightful.
She's got a serious role coming up too. Like
she does.
I'm trying to remember the name of the film, but she plays like a woman who can't disclose the fact that her mom is dying of cancer.
The grandmother is dying of cancer, and the whole family is keeping it a secret from her.
Right.
And I want to see that one.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I kind of went in. I don't know why I didn't know it was a romantic comedy. But there was, I can't remember what stand-up comedy I was watching, and they were saying maybe it was the new Aziz
Ansari. Why did I interrupt? I should have just let you run with it.
Aziz Ansari.
I think he said it because he was like, "It's okay if you don't like Crazy Rich Asians. It's okay that you don't like that movie."
Yeah, no, I've never talked to anybody who didn't like it. I just haven't seen it yet. So where can I get it? Where's it streaming?
HBO is where it's streaming right now.
All right.
But again, if you're not a fan of romantic comedies, you probably won't like it. Kind of like I don't know, what's some other romantic comedies that are out right now that
like
I watched the one with the girl Rebel Wilson.
Oh, the one where she
bumps her head, and that was I liked it. It was okay. But again, same romantic comedy.
Yeah, right. Isn't it romantic? I think is what that one's called. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Is it?
Is it out now? Is that a thing that's out?
No, well, out.
I watched it on
streaming.
I don't know if it's streaming. You might have to rent it. I watched it on a plane, so it was like one of those plane movies that you're like, hey, that wasn't that bad for a plane.
All right. Yeah, planes are like that. It's like, oh, that food I paid $10 for wasn't too bad for a plane. That internet I got was okay for a plane. Yeah.
I mean, you're stuck in a tube,
Yeah.
you know, going thousands of miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can rent Isn't It a Romantic? It has Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah. Not
In
the
that
ugly
one.
brother. It's the other good-looking brother, not the weird
It's
ugly brother.
the ex
Not the weird
the ex-husband now of Miley
Or
Cyrus.
Westworld brother.
Yeah, the Westworld brother is the weird one. He's weird looking. I mean, he's fine.
It's Miley
but whatever.
Cyrus's ex-husband now.
Yeah. Aren't they? I thought they were back together again or something now.
They were,
Who
and
can
then they're
keep
not,
track?
and then it's
pretty
and
jacked
no,
up.
she's with a woman now, and they're getting
Mm.
divorced.
Oh wait, did she swap sides or was she bi or what was her deal?
She's
bi.
divorcing the woman?
Oh.
No. She's
Okay.
divorcing Liam, and she's with the ex-girlfriend of one of the Jenners.
Petticoat Belligerent. That's her name. I have no
Gotcha.
idea.
Man, she really comes in like a wrecking ball, doesn't she?
She does. She comes in like a wrecking ball and ruins everyone else's day. Captain Kipper says, "Who cares?" in all caps. I don't know. Somebody
it's
does.
fine. It's fine. I just, you know,
He's
it is what it is.
He's just had it today. All right. Well, that's. I want to see this because I just heard good things about it. Now,
It's
like
funny.
I like
It's very
occasional romantic comedies. Occasionally, I'm good. Like I'll see it and I'll go, "That was nice. That was a fun, good time."
This is a good one for you and Kim. Just, prop up some popcorn.
She would love
sit
it.
back in a blanket on the couch. This is like a way better than a Hallmark romantic movie, Christmas movie.
How much?
And then Ken from
Dr. Ken.
Hangover, Dr. Ken.
Yeah.
He's in it too.
They got all the Asian people. It's like
Ken Leung?
Ken Leung, yeah. They get all the Asian people. That's the deal. Everyone who's Asian, you're in our movie. Get in here. Right? Isn't that how
exactly.
It's like Harry Potter. If you're British, you're in my movie.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Keiko from Star Trek in that as well? I think they do. Yeah, actually. Isn't she?
is Keiko in there?
I think Keiko is in there too.
Wait, is she Keiko from Star Trek or is she Keiko from MASH? What was she on MASH? Because on MASH she married Klinger, and I can't remember her name.
She's Keiko from Star Trek. What was she in MASH?
What? Why can't I think of the name?
Soon Lee in MASH.
Soon Lee. Right, but I always say, remember when Keiko married Klinger is how I say it. So to me, they're in the same thing. Anyway. Doesn't matter.
I really like the fact that we're seeing other races do romantic comedies and they're becoming popular. I mean, I've recommended Always Be My Maybe. That was wonderful.
That was good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Did you see The Big Sick?
I did. I recommended that one too. That was
it's
another
a weird
good one.
it's a weird romantic comedy, but it is good.
Yeah.
I love that one. I forgot what it was for a second. I love that movie.
Yeah.
That might be
That's
my
on
favorite.
Prime. That's on Amazon Prime as well.
That might be my favorite of romantic comedies. Now that you mention
Really?
it, yeah, I really loved it.
Really?
Yeah, because it went against so many tropes of the
I guess so.
the thing
where
like,
the woman is unconscious for half the movie.
Right, kind of, yeah. I mean, there's a little Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing going on. I liked it. I liked it a lot. More than I liked. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a common one like Hitch. Remember Hitch, the freaking Will Smith one, Hitch? I hated that. I hated Hitch so much because those are all just those tropes of like. He's going to end up with that girl,
Hitch.
but he doesn't know it, and he's going to find out later, and he's going to be made humble because he thinks he knows everything, but he really doesn't, and in the end, they'll get together.
Right.
Hate that.
There was also classic. There was a period of time in the early aughts. Is that what they say? The aughts now.
Yeah, right.
Matthew McConaughey was doing was it The Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, and he did another one. How to lose a guy in 100.
What was the how?
They all meshed together.
Failure to launch.
I hate about losing a guy in 30 days.
Yes, that and remember Failure to Launch because that one had what's his name's naked butt.
Oh yes.
10 things I hate about Mean Girls losing a guy.
Who's the old football player that showed his butt? Crap. Anyway.
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. You got to see his saggy ass, freaking nasty ass butt. It was gross.
Terry Bradshaw TV. Travis got it.
Yeah, nice job. Anyway.
So I mean, I like a good rom-com every once in a while. So it's been a while I've sought one out. So I was pleasantly surprised with this one. So yeah, HBO streaming now. I'm sure it'll come to Netflix eventually.
All right. Well, here's the other thing to remember. Nicole puts all these things on her Twitter account over at Nicole Spag. So you should follow her. Not just for this reason, lots of reasons. She says all kinds of good stuff.
Many reasons.
Many reasons. I mean, who else do you know?
Pictures of my little boy doing his little.
Oh.
His little,
cracker stand.
Not lemonade stand.
Yeah.
His cracker stand.
His cracker stand, and it had here's the best part of it. It says crackers on there, and then the water is crossed out because the first one's spelled WADRER, and the next one's fully spelled water. Like he's done the whole production. It is so great. It's great.
Yeah, I made him. I'm like, this is not my project. This is your project. If you want to do this, you give me your business plan. How much money do you need for a loan? Like I had a little economics for kids book that I made him read.
I love that you
cool
did that.
The thing is, his stand was totally built with a lovely white maple.
Yeah, of course. You killed it. You really did it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's parenting 101, man. Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, exactly.
I tried to squash it.
Yeah.
Believe me, I tried to squash that dream of his so hard because I was like, man, I don't want to do this right now.
Because you know it was going to be mostly you, right? That's how those things go.
But
yeah.
He so if you want to see what I'm talking about, it's like the first post on my Twitter account, and it's my little boy smiling. He made $8.
Nice.
Can you believe it? $8.
That's awesome.
Our neighbors are the nicest neighbors in the world.
I love the fact that you know, in your part of town, they could totally do that. If he was doing it, if he was in Aurora, sitting under a sign that said crackers, people would just go by and go, "Yep."
There's things about Aurora I need to learn clearly. Hey, by the way, my favorite future rom-com movie is going to be titled "How to Lose Your Husband in Texas in 3 Days." That's going to be the name of it. Because we don't know where Mark is, but I hope he's fine. Everything's fine.
He's in Texas somewhere.
Yeah,
He'll be home soon.
all her exes are in Texas right now. Nicole, always a pleasure.
All right.
Have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time, and be good and eat crackers and water. Bye now. All right, you got to see that picture if you haven't seen it of him and his little stand.
I'm going there right now.
It is
Love it.
It's adorable. He's a cute kid anyway, but man, too cute. All right, that's it for most of what we need to do today. Except I do have a bonus mashup. Did you find it? Did you see it?
Yes, there's crackers and water and cheese. I love it.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's not your typical lemonade stand by any stretch.
Crackers selling water and cheese.
There it is. So I've got a mashup that is a bonus mashup. It's called "That's What She Said." Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, right. This is okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Love it.
We'll see what this is, and I'll play it for you now. Here you go. Is it all the way in? All the way? Oh, that's not bad.
That's what she said.
This will be the first time you put it in your mouth, right? Okay.
This will be the first time I put this in my mouth. Yes, Scott.
Hi, Jamie. Hi. It's nice to have you editing here. Seriously, this gets hard. Right here, it gets hard. It's coming. They're coming. I can feel it. It's coming in. We can feel it. So I was like hounding her, and so she it woke her up, obviously.
Check here if you'd like to see a picture of my penis.
No, because, if there's anyone who's seen that thing, it's her, hubba hubba, right?
Right, yes.
I love dick. I don't need anybody squirting liquid on my back or on my face.
Jamie, please. Please, Jamie. Please.
Oh, man. Whoops. Did not mean to go there. Flopped it out, unwrapped it, boom. Just whack it, and then I just whack it. Let me rephrase that. I don't whack it.
Slippery.
No.
Slippery.
Slippery dick. Oh, why did I put that in my mouth just now? Anyway, in your case, I think the guy just went in there and hit the wrong little space. Just went and put some extra juice in the wrong hole, and boom.
Planning on getting my pearls pickled later, if you know what I mean.
I'd put that in my mouth. It is long and hard.
Jamie.
I kind of didn't mean to say it that way. How's your boner? Is it big enough? You have to make sure that you're confident in your stroke. I learned how to do it when I was like 7. It's huge and long. That thing that's in my mouth is too hard.
I still pop it out and play with it, though. What? I still pop it out and play with it, though. I said it.
Whoa, you did say it. Never take it back. We were just getting to the point where Brian was going to describe his thing, and then you popped in.
Yes.
So let's...
You basically jam all 3 fingers as deep in the ball. deep in the ball as possible.
It's a second per jack.
A second per jack.
Second
everybody.
per jack. Everybody jack for 1 second. That seemed really sweaty and hard because I like to do it.
You let the gerbils do all the work.
Yeah.
Get to it.
I ain't sucking on no hose ever. I need to search for penis later. It wasn't this thick, but it was still kind of
still
thick.
pretty freaking long.
Yeah, it was pretty long, 1.5 inches. That is some real faith you're putting into that 1.5 inches. All right. You've enjoyed the tip of his arrow. You just like the full shaft at this point.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Just the tip.
Mine was a shoebox. I had a little slit in the front, slot rather, not slit. Let's not say slit. And then I would draw on it and create all kinds of Valentine-y kind of stuff as a kid, and then I'd take it in, and for me, it felt like more like you're showing off your box. That sounds bad too. Oh my gosh!
Those all just came from last week. That's it. Just 5 days of episodes.
That is some back burner business, man.
Oh my God! Wow.
Lewd. And as we said, I hope your kids weren't in the room then, I guess, because all of it out of context, pretty rough. Some of it not out of context.
Some of that in context is pretty rough too. Like I think some of that stuff we were actually talking about the things that it sounded like we were talking about.
I think you're right about that. All right, well, don't forget this right here. That's a preview of what's coming, because tomorrow there is another observer grouping thing he made yesterday called Shit Blankets. So we'll check that out tomorrow and see what we got there. That's going to do it for the show. Big thanks to everybody who supports us on our Patreon. That's why TMS exists. Patreon.com/TMS. Please go over there, give liberally, and we'll send you cool stuff in exchange. Some cool changes coming, not changes, some tweaks coming to it just to kind of improve some of the levels. So watch for that coming soon. Cool. And as always, a reminder, listen, if you're listening to the show and you're like, what's this pre-show, post-show about? I can't be there live. Yeah. What do you mean? It's all, if you're a patron, you get it all every day now. You just get this big chunk of extra content, and it's yours to have just because you're there. So another great reason to sign up for the Patreon. Even at the lowest level, you get that. That's like the cheapest thing on there.
And little do people know, we get very dirty in the pre-show.
Oh, yeah. You think that mashup was something, let me tell you.
Very dirty.
That's right. Finger in the... Never mind. All right. That's it for that.
Jeez.
I don't know where that was going. Anyway, what else? Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. Now we're out of here. Brian, do you have music to play as we go, as we leave?
I do. Frequent Babble Royale idea submitter, Joe Acosta, wrote in and said, on September 3rd, my wife Rhiannon and I leave my home of 42 years outside Los Angeles to start a new life in the country outside Lexington, Kentucky. My dad actually used to live near that, near Lexington. It's a chance to regain balance, focus on the people and things that are more important than money and career. We're on the road for 8 days to enjoy the countryside with our dogs, Chuck and Jasper.
Oh,
follow them on Instagram at Chuck and J-Dog. Can you please play a driving song to inspire us on the road? Greetings to you both from the road, soon to be Joe Acosta from Kentucky.
Nice.
Happy to do it, Joe, and congratulations on the move. That sounds like quite a lifestyle change, but I think you're going to love the fact that you can make a 10-mile trip in less than 2 hours, which you couldn't do outside Los Angeles.
That's true.
A good road trip song. Well, in my book, there's no better road trip song than Radar Love by Golden Earring. How about this cover by Adrian and the Sickness? This comes from the 2009 album BFD, which is actually the name of a different band that Adrian joined or formed after Adrian and the Sickness broke up. Here is her cover of Golden Earring's Radar Love.
See you guys tomorrow. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I'm so sick of these mother demons.
I played that one before. I don't know why that was in there. I'll take it. Well done, everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, hold on. Before you say much, let me pull up the prep file.
Oh, yes. Oh, don't say anything funny.
Yeah, don't say anything funny for this last part of the pre and post prep purposeful Patreon piece of podcasting. Look at all the P's I did. Those are a lot of P's.
Yeah.
Woo!
I hope you got a